Welcome to a little tomfoolery, Rob Little and Tommy Ryman. A podcast filled with laughs and gaffs, guffaws and haws, and maybe a picture of a dog. A little tomfoolery, a little tomfoolery, a little tomfoolery. A little tomfoolery, a little tomfoolery, a little tomfoolery. Fools!
Good morning, good day, and good evening. It's comedian Rob Little with my buddy comedian Tom Ryman, and we are a little tomfoolery. Welcome. If you have never joined us before, we're two phenomenally adequate comedians.
Yes, we are.
And we are doing great, and we are so happy you're taking a moment out of your time to enjoy us. We're here for you on this lovely day. And how are you doing, my buddy Tommy?
Doing well.
It's great to have you back, man. We're so happy to have you back on the podcast. It's really hard to nail you down.
Right. No, I mean, I cleared the schedule, made the time, and I'm so excited to have you back on the podcast.
Podcast.
Yeah.
I like that. The podcast. That's adorable.
But,
it's like fishing, like frogs on the pad. I love it.
Excellent.
All right, buddy. How you doing, man? Everything going good back there?
Things are going good. I got a Mother's Day update.
Oh, let's hear it.
On last week's episode, if you listened, I said I was going to take my mother to a Twins game, but we would have had to flown to Detroit to go to that Twins game because it was not in Minnesota. I was looking.
Did you buy the tickets?
I didn't buy tickets. I was really close. I kept looking, and then I was like, wait a second. This is for the 14th, or like the wrong date. So we will go.
So what did you do for your mom then?
Well, we had that big birthday brunch for my sister and everybody. So we all had pizza outside on a picnic table and gave cards and flowers and stuff. But
that's nice.
But the baseball game was funny. I'm just glad I didn't buy tickets and then show up and be like, oh, what?
Did you guys actually go?
No.
Did you get there and
No, I just realized on the internet. I was like, wait a second, this is at Detroit. So
that's hilarious. Hey, Mom, I got you a gift. It's not today.
Yeah,
you get it another day.
She was mad though because she's like, oh, we could have flown out, seen the game, and then gone to Robbie's show in Bay City. So.
Did she really say that, you liar?
Oh, of course. She's the biggest fan. That's why she's a Patreon member.
By the way, we got to give her a shout out. Barb Ryman, our very first Patreon subscriber to the channel. She is, what level is she? I forgot. She's the second level. She's not a cool fool. She's an awesome fool.
Nice. Yeah. And that's what I've always called her. So now she's finally a legit awesome fool.
Yeah, thank you, Barb. We really appreciate it. It's going to help us pay the bills, which we like to do. I got to, what did me and my mom do, you ask?
Yeah.
We, me and my nephew Brady went and picked her up, and I ordered flowers for her, and I wanted them to deliver the day before because they're always so busy. Like on Mother's Day or any holiday. So I'm like, I get them to them the day before to show that I'm a go-getter, right? And you're going to get to enjoy them a day before every other mom is the way I look at it. So she didn't get them. I'm like, oh. And then I start questioning myself like, okay, now did I order them for her? Because I ordered them for one other person too. And I know I did it for them, but I'm not sure. Now I'm freaking out. Like, oh no, did I not order them? So I'm going back and yeah, I did. She had left the house. They tried delivering them, but she wasn't there. And so she's like, well, I don't know. I don't know why they weren't delivered. I'm like, yeah, we do know, Ma. You weren't home. You crackerhead. That's why. So she was all excited when she got those. And we were going to take her to this restaurant. And that's like her favorite, and it's my number one favorite for carrot cake.
Oh, okay.
Because I love carrot cake. So it's called Lucky's in Bay City, Michigan. And we went to go. I passed it on the way to go pick her up. At least 100 people standing outside.
Whoa. Wow. Yeah.
No way, Mom. No way are we going there. I'm sorry. So we went to this bar in my hometown, Benton County, and got wings, which they're known for, and she loves them. So that was like her second pick. And we got my nephew to try something he thought he hated, and now he loves them.
And what was that?
Mushrooms, deep fried mushrooms.
Deep fried mushrooms, you said?
Yeah, like, as an appetizer with
Yeah.
ranch.
I mean, you deep fry anything. You can, because
yeah.
I'm not a big mushroom fan either. But that's cool that you're broadening his taste buds.
Well,
So.
he brought it up that I said, you like mushrooms, right? And he goes, no. I goes, what are you talking about? And he said, well, Mom got me some through a Thai restaurant one time. And I'm like, oh, well, that's the problem.
Yeah.
I goes, we're getting them. And we'll take a side of vat of ranch while you're at it.
There's just no mushroom taste.
Right. With me and my mom and him, we're going to be needing some ranch. And he ended up loving them. I was like, I knew you would. I knew it. I feel like
making him.
Yes.
Making him such a good man.
Sorry. Yeah, right? Oh, speaking of man, making him a good man. I don't know if I should bring this up. It's kind of a touchy subject, but I mean, we're going to have to talk about touchy subjects on here, right?
I guess. Yeah. I mean, we can always.
So I went back home to do my show in my hometown. And you've done this with me at the State Theater.
Yeah.
And it's COVID, so they're supposed to only have 300. Mike Bacialupo, my buddy that runs it. I think we almost filled it completely. Like, he's like, I'm going to put a few more extra in. And I think we were close to 500.
Oh,
and it was totally illegal, but whatever. We're having a good show. And my buddy Bill Bouchard came with me. He started comedy the very same day I did with me, and he crushed. I went up. I literally I know stick to my time very good there because these people are yelling stuff the whole time. I probably did about an hour and a half. The first 40 minutes, Tommy, all brand new.
Wow, that's like a new hour.
It was crazy. Most of it's working, but following a guy that crushed, my buddy went up and did great. And all my friends, I'm backstage, my friends are texting me, we love this guy. And they did the same thing for you when you were with me. So I'm like, oh, do I do this stuff? And I just said, screw it. And I went up, and I could have did better. I probably should have went and came out guns a-blazing first. But some of these people have seen me so many times. I'm like, I got to show them something new, man.
Yeah.
So it went good, and I got a really great response, but I felt a little crappy. So flash forward, I'm doing the meet and greet after the show. People are coming up, taking pictures. This guy walks up, starts punching me in my ribs, like on the side. And he's like, you don't come see me? And I'm looking at him, and you can see the picture. It's on I posted the picture. He pulls down his mask. Who do you think it is?
I'm not sure. Somebody
getting chills.
It was super famous for Michigan?
No. My dad.
No way.
Now, for the listeners, I haven't talked to my dad in 17 years.
Whoa.
He's recently started contacting me, and it's very awkward. We're trying to talk. He's it's kind of a lot of the same old, but man, he looked completely different. I didn't even recognize him. That's how crazy it was. And I'm in that mode after the show, we're like, hey, hi, thanks for coming to the show. Hey. So he comes in where there's still a ton of people behind him. So this ain't the time.
Yeah, to
Dad.
Reconnect after.
Right.
Okay.
This is not the time for a Hallmark moment. And it wasn't going to be a Hallmark moment no matter what. So move it along is what I'm like. How do I say that, but still kind of be nice and not look like a jerk to everybody? And
you just gotta let him know he didn't pay for the VIP package. And be like, I'm sorry, Dad, you should have read the email, because that, for others that I haven't seen for 17 years, you pay that extra $22, and then you'll get a no. But that's crazy.
Yeah, dude, he even mentioned something during the show. Somebody said, oh, what about your dad? And I was like, oh, he wouldn't be here. And then he is there. And it was him that said it. It was him that said, what about your dad or whatever.
So he heckles his own son.
He heckled me and comes up and surprised me. It was one of the most awkward moments in my whole career. I'll tell you that.
I bet he was proud of you, though. I'm sure he loves seeing you.
Yeah. I'm sure he is. But dude, that's like damn near 20 years of stuff built up, you know?
But
and I know
sorry to keep interrupting. Do you think he's gonna get back together with your mom?
My mom was actually there with her new boyfriend.
Oh, okay. So
who was a guy she met actually before my dad back in the day.
Wow.
She knew him from like junior year or something like that. Her junior year.
Oh,
so
that's sweet.
Yeah. And he seems like a decent dude. He's helping her out a lot and stuff. So as long as they're good to my mom, I don't care. It's her life, right? Whatever she wants, But I didn't really get to talk to that guy much. But I said from stage, I'm gonna give him a hard time. And I goes, my mom's here with a new boyfriend, so it's gonna be awkward when I go home. What are you doing with my mom? So, but it was fun. It was a great show. It was super fun, but just ended in an awkward thing. And then everybody went over to this bar after, and it was amazing. That was super fun. It was like I was rock star, man. Everybody was coming up. We're taking pictures. It was really cool. Really cool.
I'm glad it went well. That's so good. Yeah. Good to hear. Yeah, you always, that Bay City, that show is fun. I want to do that with you again someday.
Oh yeah, we'll definitely do it. I wanted to bring you this time, but you were busy.
Yep.
It was Mother's Day weekend.
Yep. Bringing my mom to a Twins game that didn't exist.
You could have came to the game. So what, did you have any shows this past week?
I did. I had a Mother's Day show on Friday at a new theater in Minnesota, a revamped theater at the Granada Theater. It was really, really nice little venue. So it was me and a few other comics, Wendy Mayberry, and we had.
Oh, I like Wendy.
Yeah, we did a great show. And
now, I wouldn't be a comic if I didn't ask this. Did you guys book that yourself, or did they contact you, or what?
Well, it was Wendy does a show called Day Drinking with Mom, and
okay.
So she produces the show. So the theater is looking for different
anybody who wants to do a show.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. So last night, so I flew back. I got done doing those shows and spent the day with my mom, and then got up at like 4 a.m, flew back to Florida, landed, got back to my place, and had to get ready to go do a show in the Villages of Florida. And I'm doing it tonight and tomorrow night too. So, you hear all these stories about the Villages. It was nothing like that. They were great. They were super nice. And just very, they were tough at first because the comic in front of me. Okay, I'm not going to talk bad, but you know what I mean? Like when you work with a comic and as soon as you walk up, they start telling you jokes.
Oh no. Yeah. I do know that.
Yeah. You're not ready. I just want to go and just, you'll work it out on stage,
Yeah.
And our green room was a tent behind the stage. So they had this big black curtain up, and then behind the stage, they had 4 walls of more curtains they just put together.
Ooh.
No lights. So we're standing in the dark. So I just walked out of there. I'm like, I'm not staying in here. This is dumb. I was just like, okay.
So that's not in your rider of just a dark curtain room, like a vampire. Just like, I just need to get ready.
Yeah, I can see if I got a headache. I get it, but yeah, that was not.
But that
was weird.
They were fun. And how much did your opener do? Just a normal opener time?
I think she got up there, and after the first joke, she was already looking at her watch to get off. And I was like, "Oh, come on, you can do it. You can do it." And she was trying. I don't think she did her whole time, but she did probably 15, maybe.
That's good.
And then I did like an hour and a half.
Yeah, you did 7 hours, so you really don't even need an opener.
It was actually funny, Tommy. I got to about 9:30 and I looked down at my watch and I could, when you can feel a shift in the room, all of a sudden I was like, oh, it's past your bedtime.
Yeah, this is the Villages.
I'm not even joking. They all said that to me when they came off stage. They're like, 9 o'clock, we're usually in bed. And I was like, okay, I'll get that for the rest of the week then, I guess.
Hey, you're going to throw off their whole next day. Just like, oh, I missed breakfast because I saw that Robbie Little. He was so funny. Stayed up all 10:15. It was nuts.
I know. It was funny. And then, but so switching gears, I am getting a little ridiculous. I feel like I'm talking your ear off, buddy. If you got something, just interrupt. But I am getting a little ridiculous with eBay and Facebook Marketplace.
Well, you're finding some good stuff. Are you getting more of those lures?
Yes. Yeah. I bought, no joke, 6 more, I think.
6 more. And these are, describe it again if this is the first podcast.
Now, if you go fishing, they got these different types of lures. There's jerk bait, there's spinner bait, there's all these things. But Rapala and River's Edge manufacturers made oversized ones. So they're like 2 feet big. And there's ones that look like frogs, lures, and there's all kinds of cool ones. And I got one as a gift, and then I was like, oh my God, these are amazing. And I put them up all over my pergola. So now I'm like addicted to them. And I didn't realize they'd come out a long time ago. So finding them is really hard, but it's like the scavenger hunt. No, it's like you looking for a Superman older comic, So
finally, there's something that you like that we can get you.
I know it. And I'm going to take pictures so you know which ones I have.
Good.
But some of them get pretty pricey, man. There's like some that they only made like 100 of them. So somebody's trying to sell them for like $250, $300.
Wow.
I know it. I'm like, I'm not getting those yet. You're gonna have to rough it up. I'll like in your joke, like I'll after somebody else has wrecked it, I'll adopt it.
Right. Rescue.
Lures. That's it. Yeah, I'll rescue lures.
Speaking of pets, I had to take Minnie to the vet today.
Oh no, what happened?
She has a urinary tract infection, so she's on some antibiotics. So that's just puppy stuff. There was some weird stuff coming out of things, and I was like, well, I'm not used to, that's not supposed to be like that, is it? And then
did they say that's common though?
Yeah, they were, I don't know, there was a lot of words. Discharge came up, and I was like, ooh, I don't want to talk about.
Like they're letting them go, discharge, you can leave now. Yeah,
exactly.
Okay.
But now she's good to go, and they liked her. Everybody thought she was good. But yeah, you have to sit and wait in the parking lot because of the COVID protocol. So I was just sitting in my car for like an hour. It took a long time. They're like, we need to get her to pee. And I was just like, well, just.
Really?
Yeah, that was because they
turn the water on.
I know. She's a dog. Wait 5 minutes.
Right. So what'd you get your sister for her birthday? Can we talk about that now?
Yeah, I got her
because you didn't bring it up last time.
Because she is going on a trip to Asheville, North Carolina. So I've got her money towards her trip. She leaves on Thursday. She doing that? Thursday she's leaving this week. She heads out.
For how long? You know what's crazy? I'm going to be up there.
In Asheville? I thought you were going to South Carolina.
I am, but it's not. It's literally right over the border.
Oh,
like,
wow.
Is she going to hike or something?
Her and her husband are going for a romantic trip.
Oh, well, I was going to say, if she's going on like a hiking trip, me and I'm bringing a date to this too. So we're going to do that. I'm just saying, if they were doing something fun like that, I mean, we'd be down to have somebody hang with us. I know a bunch of hikes up there. So I'm going on. We're going to fish in the morning, hike in the day, fish at night.
Excellent. So yeah. I don't know what her plans are, but I know I covered part of it.
That's nice, man.
That's sweet. Yeah. She doesn't want.
Good brother.
I guess. I like getting her stuff though, but she was like, "This is all I want." I was like, "All right, if you want cash, I can find some cash."
Yeah. Here's what I got going on this week. I got that variant going on for my pergola, which means I didn't get a permit right away because I thought the contractor who was pouring the pavement got one. He didn't. He got fined,
Oh no.
which was like $500. But I got way worse. I had to get an engineer to draw it all up. I've had to pay for the variance, which was $500. The dude, it's been a nightmare. I'm probably about $2,500 into this, and the variance is to go in front of the board to basically pay that $500, because then if nobody opposes you, they just go, you're good, and then you go pay to get the permit. But guess what? Remember I said we went to a variance 2 weeks ago for a neighbor who was trying to block our waterway. Well, because he says it's his property, but it's really in all of our deeds to be able to use this. He is opposing mine.
No, why?
And he's got a lawyer and everything. He's using the same verbiage that the whole neighborhood used on him, but there's a humongous difference. His is a public access easeway. Mine is my backyard. So they can say all they want. I don't think they got a leg to stand on in this. So I got that this Thursday, and I'm nervous just because I just think it's going to end up costing me a bunch more money if they end up screwing me on this, or who knows, right?
If they say no, do you have to take it out because you already built it?
I hope not. I can like go against whatever they say and try to do another route, but man, I hope that's not the case. I don't see why they would make me do that, because some idiot opposed it on grounds that make no sense. But
yeah, this will be exciting though. To find out what happens.
Yeah,
so people will listen to the podcast, and then because they'll be like, "Well, I want to know what happens." So we really got to draw it out if you can.
Yeah, I got a couple of the neighbors coming in with me to back me up and be. They're going to speak for me because I'm going to go up and I have to speak now, and then their lawyer's going to get up and speak. And I just want to look at these people and go, why are you guys such jerks? Why are everybody in this neighborhood gets along so great, and you guys are ruining everything?
Yeah.
So I
That's
don't know. It is, man. So I got that this Thursday. I'm just not looking forward to that at all.
Well, here's some advice. Dress up, in your good Rob looking good stuff, but also kind of give it a Florida vibe with your fishing hat, and maybe cut your sleeves off, and but with the tie, and then just throw a lot of judge jargon out. So be like, indubitably, Your Honor, I object, like Pergola, right. And then bring a bunch of evidence. If you could bring your lowers in, be like, I would like to put in Exhibit Z515, and then just I don't know how much time they give.
If I don't have this, where am I gonna put this? Right?
Yeah, and then just maybe if you have a slideshow of you having fun in the pergola.
I took a bunch of pictures, and they did a slideshow for their last variants, and I'm wondering if I should put together a PowerPoint for mine, but I don't feel I need to. They have everything in front of them, but here's my thought. I'm just going to bring a huge stack of papers and make it look like I got all this evidence, and then go, I will pull this out after I hear them talk. But I'm just letting you know I'm ready. So whatever your lawyers got to say, I get to rebuttal. So just to let you know, I object. And and then we'll see. We'll go from there. But man, it just sucks. I hate that I got to do this.
We'll go from there, but then it's just you digging through empty papers like, the rebuttal's in here somewhere. Oh boy, this is blah, 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 blah.
It's like directions on how to build something. No, this is how you make a good carrot cake. I know it's in here. Excuse me. I will find it.
In more positive news,
yes, positive.
I show you the dog of the week. It's going to be a different dog because we have a Patreon. She submitted a dog photo.
Your mom did?
Yeah. So
awesome.
I'm going to share it here. This is Rufus.
Oh, adorable.
Golden doodle. Yeah.
He's a Labradoodle?
Golden doodle.
Golden doodle.
Part golden retriever, part doodle. And they made that.
So cute. What's his name?
Rufus.
Rufus. That's right. You said that. He looks like a Rufus.
Yeah, he's sweet. And then here, I'll show you this one, is him with Minnie. They're buddies now. So this is him older, and that's Minnie just, I don't know what she looks like she's contemplating.
She looks like she's bigger already.
Well, that's her smaller. She's already bigger than him now. She's like growing. She's crazy.
Bigger than Rufus?
Yeah. Like Minnie's like, yeah, she keeps getting bigger. Because she's a Great Dane. I think that's supposed to happen, but
yeah. Quick question: whose couch is that?
That's my mom's couch.
That looks comfy.
It is. For the listeners, it's like this burnt orange, crazy looking couch. So, it's cool.
These dogs. If you were like to come in and have to caption this picture, it's like, don't look at each other. We can't talk.
Yeah.
Like they're in timeout or something.
Yeah, they just told us to sit here and do something.
Yeah.
So that
very cute.
Indeed.
It's that time again, folks, for a little history with Rob. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. We got to come up with something. We got to get somebody that knows how to sing some rock or something for this. I feel like this seems like a rock and roll portion. Okay, this week in history, May 9th through the 15th. We're doing that history, buddy. 1928, this week in history, General Electric station, their GE station, started broadcasting from a TV. It's the first TV broadcast in Schenectady, New York.
Wow, cool.
Here's why I added this to the group. They only aired Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday afternoons from 1:30 to 3:30. So you had a 2-hour window to watch TV during the day. So that's basically for all the moms, and like, because back then, the guys would be working and the women would be doing everything else.
What was the show, or what?
They didn't say. They didn't say what they would. They just it was just regular broadcast.
Huh. Interesting. I'm sure it was really exciting for those people that were home at 1:30 to 3:30.
Right.
That had TV.
Like, and the lotto today. And, this week in history, 1992, I kind of remember this. David Letterman had an obsessed fan. Margaret Ray is arrested for the 7th time after trespassing on David Letterman's property.
Oh, no.
She had previously been arrested for breaking into his home, sleeping in his bedroom, and stealing his Porsche.
That's an obsessed fan.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah. I don't even know what level of Patreon you'd have to be able to do that with us. Sleep in our bed, steal our Porsche just for $75 a month. The
crazy thing about that story is, to me, David Letterman drove a Porsche.
What?
I can't see him in a Porsche. I feel like he's more of a
station wagon.
Yes, I was gonna say station wagon. Exactly. Oh, that's funny. This week in history, 1858. I added this one for you, Tommy. Minnesota becomes the 32nd state.
Yes.
Yes.
That's good. That's the best state.
Minnesota. It's one of them.
Oh.
It's the second best, starting with MI. So this week in history, 1983. Again, I don't remember this, but I used to beg to stay up to watch Johnny Carson, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you tried to watch him when you were younger. You might have been past your time, right?
Towards the end, I was born in 83, but he was done in 92. So I remember seeing the very last episode of Carson with my mom.
So the year you were born, Dick Cavett, who used to have his own show, also somewhat of a satirical comedian, but he was a host of his own show. He drops his pants on the Tonight Show to show his running shorts to Johnny Carson. And Johnny replies, "You do these things like this? You do things like this, No wonder your show is going off PBS.
Oh,
Little dig.
that's
Little dig. 2 weeks in a row, we have people doing crazy things on the Late Show with Johnny Carson.
yeah.
Last week was Bobcat Goldthwait. This week, Dick Cavett.
Well, Bobcat was it was Jay Leno's show. It's still the Tonight Show.
Oh, right. My bad. Last one. This week in history, 1981, SCTV debuts on NBC. That's Second City TV.
Cool.
And that was with there was tons of Rick Moranis. There was tons of great comedians came off of that. John Candy was one of the biggest. Yeah, of course.
And all those Canadians.
There's so many. And and I was a Second City alumni, so I thought that was pretty cool to throw that in there. We got some birthdays this week. We got a little more interesting ones for birthdays, so I thought I would spend more time on them. And I'm doing this one for you, Tommy. If you know who William Moulton Marston is.
No.
He's an American psychologist, cartoonist, and he's the co-creator of Wonder Woman.
Oh, cool. Oh,
you're
okay.
a DC guy.
Yeah, I didn't recognize his name, but I feel like I know that story because there was like a movie about him, I think.
Here's another cool thing about him, though. He's a co-creator of Wonder Woman. She has the lasso, right? That's supposed to make you tell the truth, right? Yep. He is also the inventor of the lie detector.
Whoa, cool. I feel like I knew that, but that's awesome. So
that was pretty cool, right?
Yeah. Lasso of truth.
Yeah. This week, another birthday, Lisa Novak. She was she kind of got the title of astronaut. She was an astronaut. And I definitely remember this. This was in 2007. She was arrested for attempted kidnapping because she drove from Houston to Orlando in
she didn't take any bathroom breaks, right?
Right. She
Sorry,
wore
I
diapers.
totally interrupted.
No, I was kind of pausing to see if you'd say it. Yeah. So that's what she was actually going to kidnap somebody, but she's known for wearing diapers for a long trip.
That's impressive. But I feel like you would still need to get gas. But she was just like, I'll get gas, but I won't use the restroom.
Right. This week. Oh, this one I thought was really cool. Born May 11th, 1874, Siamese-born American twins joined at the chest, Chang and Ang Bunker.
Wow.
And this is why this is interesting. This is where we get the term Siamese twins.
Oh, interesting.
Because they were Siamese-born American twins.
Huh.
And their names Chang and Ang is Thai for left and right.
Oh, that's good. I like that.
Yeah, right. It's kind of interesting. I love that one. And then we got a bunch of comedians. I'll go start with the ones that are like comedic actors. Jason Biggs from the American Pie movies. Kim Fields, who is known as Tootie from Facts of Life.
Yep.
Let's see. We got Mort Saul, Canadian comedian.
Yeah.
And Foster Brooks. A lot of people know him as the drunk from all the old Dean Martin roasts. Phil Silvers, known as the King of Chutzpah. It's fun to say.
Yeah.
I didn't know him. He was a comedic actor, but he was born in 1911 and he passed in 1985. But he was in a bunch of movies. George Carlin's birthday is this week. And then we got a bunch of SNL people. Kenan Thompson.
Oh, nice.
I was wrong. It was just Kenan. So Stephen Colbert.
Oh,
Franklin Ajay. Do you know who he is? Have you ever worked with him?
Mm-mm.
He's a comedian, been around forever. He's got a very jazzy style of stand-up comedy. I worked with him a bunch of times in LA. He's super nice. And it's his birthday today. And Gary Owens, he's a comedian, but not the one we know, like the white comedian that plays all the urban rooms. This is Gary Owens from Rowan and Martin's Laughing.
Huh.
And then also Mark Zuckerberg from Facebook.
Okay.
This week. them are the deaths, but of course we're celebrating these deaths. We're not mourning, we're celebrating. Little Richard passed this week in 2020. Alan King, comedian from the Ed Sullivan Show. Tim Conway, huge comedian. I mean, Carol Burnett Show, just one of the best ever. Harry Blackstone Jr., American magician. Frank Sinatra passed this week in 1998. Let's see, we got, this one's another one for, I'm going to save this one. I'll do this one first. Vesta. I'm getting a FedEx delivery. Yes.
Ooh.
I know, and I think I know what it is too. The inventor of duct tape died this week in 1965. But you know what was really cool about that? She created it during World War II, and then nobody wanted to use it until U.S. President Franklin D. Roosevelt backed her up. And then all of a sudden they started using it all the time. And it wasn't for duct work like a lot of people thought it was. It was called duct tape because it was first made of duck cloth.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And what was her casket made out of when she passed? Was it all duct tape?
It was made out of Billy Mays. Yeah. Robert Reed, the dad on the Brady Bunch, passed away. He was amazing. And this one's for you, buddy. I saved it for last. Let's see if you know the name. Margot Kidder.
Oh, yeah. That is Lois.
That is Lois Lane from the Superman movies.
Yeah, the Christopher
She passed
Reeves.
in 2018. She passed away, and she was awesome. She was a Canadian-born American actress. So that is This Week in History with comedian Rob Little.
That was really good. That was
Thanks,
a fun one.
buddy.
I can tell you're really excited about your FedEx. You're like looking.
I know, and it's killing me because I think he's got somebody he's training, and it's a girl, and she's sitting there eating Cheetos while he's getting whatever my package is.
Ooh, this is exciting.
That's hilarious. Oh, he left.
Did he leave it?
Oh, he must have went out the back door. I didn't see him. All I could see was the front. What do you got coming up, buddy?
Shows. I have a show in Invergrove Heights this Friday. There's a bunch of Minneapolis comedians. It's going to be a really, really stacked lineup. So check TommyRhyme.com for that, or if you're in the Invergrove Heights area. What about you?
Very cool. I am at a new club for me this weekend, Snappers Comedy Club in Palm Harbor, Florida. It's just north of Tampa. And the owner has been phenomenal so far to me, where he's put me up at a hotel on a lake so I get to go fishing during the day. And it happens to be where I'm buying another lure at.
You're just getting a tour based on where these lures are. That's good.
I know it.
Well, folks, we've come to the end of this amazing podcast. Another episode of A Little Tomfoolery. As always, thank you so much for listening, and please like and subscribe if you're watching this on YouTube. Share it with friends, and make sure to subscribe wherever you get your podcast, Spotify. And also, if you really like this and you want to become you really want to dive in, you can become a fool through our Patreon. So please check that out. AlittleTomfoolery.com. It's got all that info. But please, you're all wonderful. Have a great week, and thanks for listening. Bye, fools.